تسمعوني ولا لا؟
ايوه واضح يا دكتور، تفضلوا.
اعملي شيرنج للباوربوينت عندكم، لان انا عندي ما ظهر.
ياسر الآن يشيرون الباوربوينت.
اوكي.
صوتنا واضح لعندك؟
ايوه الصوت واضح، انا اسمعكم بكل وضوح.
اوكي.
تبدا.
لحظة بس
شوية بس
يشيروا
يا
بس
دكتور.
الآن.
بس تظهر التلفزيون.
ايوه ياسر. ايوه
طيب تفضلوا يا دكتور.
اولا السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته، اسعد الله مساءكم، نحييكم من مدينه عدن من كليه الطب جامعه عدن. First, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my presentation about molecular surveillance of streptococcus pneumoniae in Yemeni children, evaluating the diagnostic accuracy and clinical impact of real-time PCR. Actually, as we know, streptococcus pneumoniae related to gram-positive cocci. This organism, or there are more than 100 serotypes of these organisms reported worldwide. According to the WHO, pneumonia kill about 740,000 children under 5 years old. Pneumonia or streptococcus pneumoniae hold a wide range of clinical manifestation, which we can categorize into non-invasive pneumococcal infection, like sinusitis, otitis, and so on, and invasive pneumococcal infections such as pneumonia, bacteria, and meningitis. Actually, or unfortunately, streptococcus pneumoniae reported as the fourth positive agent of death in 2019 due to multiple drug resistance. The prevalence of this organism among Yemeni children reported at 5.6%. The respiratory disease was demonstrated among the most prevalent disease among Yemeni children for the period from 1978 to 2018. Actually, this organism reported a percentage from 27% among the gram-positive bacteria isolated from children who suffering from Epidemiologia. Also, it was reported that 1 out of 12 Yemeni children will have recurrent pneumonia. 40% of acute meningoencephalitis among Yemeni children were caused by streptococcus pneumoniae. In Yemen, it was reported that 60% of outpatient children took antibiotics without medical prescription, and this reflects the antibiotic misuse in our community. Also, it was reported that 73.3% of pharmacy in Sana'a city only dispenses antibiotics without medical prescription. Furthermore, it was reported that 81% of prescribed cases did not undergo antibiotic selection. Challenge of pneumococcal disease in Yemen, according to the World Health Organization, reported there has been a notable rise in meningitis among young children under 5 years old, and this reflecting the impact of humanitarian crisis on the pneumococcal vaccine program in Yemen. There was limited data regarding the pneumococcal disease in Yemen, but the high prevalence of invasive pneumococcal disease and rise multiple drug resistant serotypes among children was reported in Middle East region. Furthermore, the emergence of pneumococcal vaccine serotypes replacement and the presence of particular virulent and antimicrobial resistant pneumococcal strains in this specific geographical area aggravate the situation in our country. Recent problem, the increased prevalence of streptococcus pneumoniae infections in children coupled with rising antibiotic resistance was a significant public health problem in our community. In Yemen, widespread antibiotic misuse and delay in diagnosis furthermore further exacerbate the burden of disease, highlighting the need for improved surveillance and rapid, accurate diagnostic approach. Objective of our study, this investigation aimed to evaluate the diagnostic performance of quantitative PCR compared to the conventional technique, culture technique, in detecting the streptococcus pneumoniae among healthy and Yemeni children as part of effort to improve early detection and guide appropriate antimicrobial therapy. Materials and method. This study conducted as cross-sectional study. 385 children enrolled or attended in this study. A specimen collected by using swabs according to the World Health Organization standard for detecting upper respiratory tract streptococcus pneumoniae. This study received ethical approval from the research and ethical committee in the Faculty of Medicine and Health Science of the University of Aden. The result, table number 1 showed the demographic profile of children participating in study sample from ethnicity. Those children categorized into 3 main groups. Group number 1 from 2 to 6 years old, which represent 36.8% of the total sample size. Group number 2 from 7 to 11 years old, which represent 35.1% of the total sample size. Group number 3 from 12 to 17 years old, which represent 28.1% of the total sample size. Females represent 51.7% of the total sample size, and males represented 48.3% of the total sample size. Minimum reported at 2 years old and maximum at 17 years old, mean at 8.5 years, and standard deviation at 4.2 years old. Table number 2 shows the prevalence of streptococcus pneumoniae carried among pneumonic and healthy children of ethnicity by applying the culture technique. Among group number 1 from 2 to 6 years old, culture reported 48.3% among the pneumonic group and 50.7% among healthy cohort. In group number 2 from 7 to 11 years old, it was reported that 54.8% from the pneumonic children and 31.5% among healthy cohort. Group number 3 from 12 to 17 years old, culture reported that 29.8% among pneumonic cohort and 48.2% among healthy children. Culture reported that 45.9% among pneumonic group and 43% among healthy group. When applied quantitative PCR, the rate among the group number 1 from 2 to 6 years old was reported at 59.2 among pneumonic group and 64.8 among healthy cohorts. In the group number 2 from 7 to 11 years old, the quantitative PCR reported 67.7 among pneumonic children and 43.8 among healthy children. Group number 3 from 12 to 17 years old was reported that 60% among pneumonic children by quantitative PCR and 57.2 among healthy children. The total prevalence rate among pneumonic children was reported at 59.5% and 55 among the children, healthy children in the healthy group. Table number 3 show the sensitivity which reported for the quantitative PCR, which reported at 99.5%. Specificity and positive predictive value reported at 100%. Negative predictive value reported at 99.4%. Our study demonstrated that quantitative PCR has a high diagnostic accuracy, reported at 99.7% when combined with conventional technique. Our study found that the real time PCR able to detect streptococcus pneumoniae much more in combined with culture for the nasopharyngeal samples taken from symptomatic and asymptomatic children of obesity, and this rate of accuracy regarding the quantitative PCR also demonstrated in other studies conducted in Middle East. Sensitivity and specificity of our quantitative PCR findings were close to those demonstrated in previous research from Middle East and other places. Conclusion: our findings demonstrate excellent diagnostic performance of quantitative PCR in detecting streptococcus among young children, with quantitative PCR achieving overall accuracy rate 99.7%, higher in its reliability and medical utility. Future scope and recommendation: quantitative PCR should be incorporated in routine diagnostic protocol for detecting streptococcus pneumoniae in pediatric population due to its high accuracy and its ability to save the time. Integration of quantitative PCR into clinical practice by optimized empirical antimicrobial therapy, reduce inappropriate antimicrobial use, and limit antimicrobial resistance. Number 3, further multi-center studies are needed to evaluate the long-term impact of quantitative PCR implementation on the patient outcomes, resistance trends, and cost effectiveness in resource-limited setting like our country. Thank you so much. Okay, any question?
طيب معلش بس نعمل دكتور معانا.
ايوه معك. اسمع.
علينا.
تفضل. تفضل.
population مقارنة.
خلاص.
السؤال الثاني مقارن هل هنا ليش ما سويتوا الركب؟ يعني شفت حسب البريدكتور فاليو، لكن الركب مهمة في هذه الحالة، فهل حسب؟
لا. اوكي، بالنسبة للمقارنة احنا نريد ان نلاحظ اثناء المقارنة عندما اخذنا اختلاف الكاليجرين، هل هو مختلف؟ لاننا عملنا ايضا سيروتايب في الدراسة، بس لاني انا ما اظهرت السيروتايبس، ان الموضوع بعيد عن موضوع المؤتمر، فاحنا كنا نبحث عن السيروتايبس، هل هو مختلف في الاطفال الذين لديهم كلينيكال مانيفستيشن عن الاطفال الذين هم هيلثي كارير للميكروبات. وايضا كان ايضا من ضمن الاهداف الدراسه التي تظهر في المؤتمر انها استخدمنا مجموعه من الاطفال اليوم فاكسينيتد ونون فاكسينيتد، كان ايضا نشوف السيروتايب امون فاكسينيتد جروب والنون فاكسينيتد جروب عشان نلاحظ الريبليسمنت للنون فاكسينيتد او النون كومبليتد فاكسين جروب ريبليسمنت، ان الان في النيمونيا يحدث ريبليسمنت للفاكسين جروب بالنون فاكسين جروب. فهنا هذا كان الهدف. لكن من ناحيه دراسه الميكروبيال هذا اخذناها سيروتايب وليست في الجانب الجيني. بالنسبه للكيرس للاسف احنا ما عملنا، فقط عملنا الحسابات اللي هي البريدكتيف فاليو للبوزيتيف
طيب أي سؤال من الحاضر؟ طيب
سعيد اني كنت في هذا المؤتمر اكثر من رائع صراحه.